What if their suicide doesn't look like a suicide? Hi, I'm Jeff Jackson, and I counsel people who've lost someone they love to suicide. Sometimes people's lives end in a way that doesn't appear to be suicide, but is. For example, some people estimate that up to 10% of fatal traffic accidents may actually be suicides. People who overdose on drugs or die because of chronic alcohol abuse may also, in reality, be victims of suicide. Even just reckless, dangerous behavior can be a form of suicide attempt. Now, I certainly do not want to impose a definition of suicide on anyone if it doesn't apply. But if you're watching this and you lost someone in one of the ways I just described, then chances are you already have a sneaking suspicion that there's something about their demise that was self-inflicted. And without any corroborating evidence, there's no way to know for sure. However, if the person you lost exhibited some of the traits I describe in my other videos, if everyday life just seemed impossibly painful to them, if they appeared to be carrying around hurts from long ago that they could never seem to let go of or process, if good things in their life never seemed to bring them joy or hope, then their death may have been a suicide. My wife had a very bad automobile accident a few years before I met her, and the circumstances of it were very unusual. In light of her ultimate suicide, I can't help but wonder if that accident was actually a prior attempt. I'll never know. And you may never know for sure either. And that's going to make it extra hard to grieve, because if the world doesn't recognize it as a suicide, people may not understand the full depth of how traumatic this is for you. All I can advise you to do is, if after hearing everything I just described, your gut tells you, yes, this was a suicide by other means, then you should treat it as such, even if that's only your private personal assessment in order to help with your own healing. Many of my videos will then apply to you too. Don't exclude yourself from care or support just because there isn't an official declaration that it was suicide. Support groups will still welcome you, and all the tools for healing that suicide loss survivors have should be available to you too. So please follow or subscribe and check out my other videos. There's a lot here that can help you.